So when you can line up the black ministers and let them come to a little breakfast and a dinner and stand with you at a little press conference and make them feel important, that's all you got to do is make a Negro feel he got a little power and a little authority and he important and is yes a master. But yet the mayor is not concerned about the poor, the homeless, the seniors, or crime in our inner city communities. If it was somewhere out of that $6 billion budgets that he has, he would show his concern by by deploying tax dollars into these areas, into our inner city communities. We don't have tax dollars coming to deal with the poor, the homeless, neglected seniors, crime in our community. But we had millions of dollars to spend on a disaster rehearsal drill downtown. We had millions of dollars to spend on Millennium Park. We found millions of dollars to spend on taking the old Soldier Field out and dropping a new Soldier Field down in there. And we're finding billions of dollars to spend for the expansion of O'Hare Airport, which is because in the near future, O'Hare Airport will be at its capacity, and for other parts of the country, O'Hare Airport has to stay up to date because it's going to bring more economic dollars, but those economic dollars not coming in the black community. The mayor would like you to think so because he put all these token Negroes up there as department heads and give the impression that he's all for the black people and economic development in the black community. His only concern is the rich getting richer off the taxpayers of this city. The reality is this nonpartisan election that they got behind closed doors and put on the books with the state legislature is looking them in the face because the potential to backfire on them stands before them. See, and they're nervous. Trust me, the power brokers are nervous. They're not working for them. You got more of a thinking people now. You got educated people that's seeing through that smoke screen that he's put up for 17 years. And the people are not going to be fooled by that any longer. So now he's trying to fool us by acting like he wants to bring economic development to the black community. And he got on TV and the mayor to the news media. He said that he was, in bringing this Olympus to Chicago, he wanted to bring economic development to the black communities. And the news media got on there and said, well, he's doing something for the black community and he's bringing a 90,000 seat stadium to the south side, this and that. The man to the people of this city. Yes, he did. I said lied. He lied to the people of this city. Because what he didn't tell you when he said on the news that he wanted to spread this around throughout the city to bring economic development, Washington Park, nor the south side, nor the black community was not his first choice for these various sites of activities. The fact of the matter is everything centered around Soldier Field and downtown, but when the Olympus Committee wanted them to revise it and they knew they could not get the Olympus to come to Chicago unless they revised it, all of a sudden they found Washington Park. They found different parts of the black community, and the mayor acted like he embraced the black community with these plans and these projects. No, he didn't. This was a result of his initial plans being rejected, that now he's running to the black community, the south side, to build for the Olympus. So the black community was not his first choice, and economic development was not his first choice. And I've been sitting just waiting for some of our black leadership to step up and be a voice about this, but they ain't said nothing. They ain't said a mumbling word. The mayor is proposing to build a 90,000 seat stadium at Washington Park. to be used for 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks, I believe it is, at a cost of $400 million. The mayor lied or has not clarified himself to the black community once again when he said that his plans is to build 3,000 new homes on the lakefront. Or let me tell you what the first story was. You figure it out. 3,000 new lakefront condominiums would be built. Later on, the mayor said on the news that 3,000 homes would be built for low-income families. Now, Mr. Mayor, I know the difference in a $1 bill, a $5 bill, and a $6 bill. And you're going to have to stop passing these phony dollar bills, $6 bills around in our community because they ain't no good. You see, there's no way you go build 3,000 new condominiums on the lakefront that's going to go to poor people. There's no way. On the lakefront, prime land, you finna put poor people, blacks, Hispanics, and poor whites in lakefront condominiums that will go for $200,000–300,000 easily. And you want us to think that this is finna become low-income housing. What you need to do is spell out for me, Mr. Mayor, so I can tell the black community and Hispanic community exactly how many of those 3,000 new lakefront condominiums are going to go to blacks and Hispanics, quote, low income. Or go to some of those people that you bring economic development to their community with $9, $10 hour Walmart jobs. How many of those people, the working poor, go get those? How many of the homeless people, the 20,000 homeless people in this city, go benefit from those low income homes, lakefront condominiums that's going to be built, Mr. Mayor? That's what I want to know. Because see, what happens is you got on TV and you told a lie, Mr. Mayor. You told a lie to the people of this city. You said that you were wanting to bring economic development to the black community when this was a second resort, not a first resort. You said 3,000 low-income homes are going to be built on the lakefront. Well, I want to know who's going to get to live in those homes. And this total project's going to run over $1 billion. Now, this is a city that don't have no money for its schools, have to raise property taxes, not concerned about the 20,000 poor, don't have no money to properly fight crime in our community, drugs and gangs, seniors living in fear in their own community, and we finna generate $1 billion of economic development to build and construct for the Olympics that's going to be in here less than 30 days. If you can get the business community together to spend $1 billion to bring a Olympics to Chicago for less than 30 days, why can't we get these same business community leaders together that have the interests of the city at heart and build in the black communities economic development, create jobs and wealth to flow through our communities? Why is it, Mr. Mayor, that we have a homeless problem in this city when we can generate $1 billion? We can generate $1 billion. Why can't we generate $1 billion and create some jobs to bring economic stimulus into our inner city communities, into the black and Hispanic community? Why can't we get businesses in there? Or is it just we're not concerned? You see, what it sounds like to me, sound like the rich go get more richer. Because you got $1 billion, projected $1 billion in construction, building, economic development. Where's it going? And see, if we had true, again, if I was the visionary for this city,